Assalamu alaikum. Dear all students, hope you all are well by the grace of Almighty Allah in this COVID-19 situation. Everyone follow the health instruction given by government. Please always be concerned about your health and your study. Now I would like to introduce myself. I am Kaji Fatima Jahan, lecturer, Department of Biology, Milestone College, Uttara, Dhaka. You all are welcome to this class. Our today's lecture on chapter 7. The name of the chapter 7 is Exchange of Gases. This is the part 1 of this chapter. Our today's topics are gas exchange in plants, human respiratory system, breathing system, and gaseous exchange in human. Now the learning objectives. After completing today's lecture, you all will be able to explain the idea of plants gaseous exchange, explain the function of main organs of respiratory system, describe the structure and function of lungs, explain the breathing system, and describe the gaseous exchange in human. Gas exchange in plants. A plant exchanges gases mainly through photosynthesis and respiration processes. A plant gets carbon dioxide and oxygen gases from its environment for its physiological process. Plants take carbon dioxide from air and leave oxygen by photosynthesis. On the other hand, take oxygen from the air and leave carbon dioxide by respiration. The exchange of gases occurs through the stomata of leaves and lenticels on the bark of the mature stem. An amount of oxygen gas produced in photosynthesis is spent in respiration. Reversely, an amount of carbon dioxide gas produced in respiration is used in photosynthesis. Human respiratory system. To sustain life, oxygen is indispensable for a living being. Oxygen enters the body with air and is pushed into the lungs, then carried to all of the organs through the blood. Oxygen reacts with digested food substances to produce carbon dioxide and water. Blood carries these substances to the lungs. Here, oxygen is absorbed and carbon dioxide is expelled. The exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs within the lungs and cells simultaneously. In both conscious and unconscious states, inhaling of oxygen and expelling of carbon dioxide occurs continuously. Respiratory system. The organs which take part in respiration are called the respiratory system. The organs related with the respiratory system are nasal cavity or nasal passage, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchus, lungs, diaphragm. Now we will learn about the details of these organs. Nasal cavity or nasal passage. The nose is the beginner of respiratory system. It is a triangular hollow organ situated above the buccal cavity. A specific type of nerve in the nose stimulates the organ. The nasal passage extends from an aperture in front of the nose and up to the pharynx behind. A thin partition divides it. Its front side is covered with cilia and the rear part is lined by mucus-producing membrane. The cilia, together with mucus, serve to trap foreign substances such as germs and dust from inhaled air. Pharynx. Pharynx extends behind the nasal passage to the upper part of larynx. At the back of the roof of the mouth, there is a small tongue-like part called the soft palate. When swallowing food or drink, the soft palate closes the backside of the nasal cavity so that food cannot come out through the nostrils. Soft palate produces mucus too. Larynx. It is situated below the pharynx and at the top of the trachea. There are two folds of muscle situated on opposite sides of the larynx. These are the vocal cords. A flap of soft tissue at the back of tongue is the epiglottis. It acts as a lid at the time of taking food. Trachea. This is the long tube which lies in front of the esophagus and extends from the larynx downwards into the thoracic cavity. It is supported by rings of cartilage and smooth muscles. Air flows through the trachea. Bronchus. The lower end of the trachea is divided into two parts named bronchi, which lead to the right and left lung lobes respectively. Each of the bronchi divides and subdivides repeatedly to form bronchioles. Lungs. The lungs are the main organ of the respiratory system. The right and left lungs are situated on either side of the heart within the thoracic cavity. They are spongy, soft and reddish in color. The right lung is three-lobed and the left one is two-lobed. The entire surface of the lung is covered in a double-layered membrane which is named pleura. The space between the two layers contains a fluid. This saves lungs from friction during breathing movement. The lungs contain numerous air sacs called alveoli, small bronchioles and blood vessels. The alveoli are surrounded by meshwork of capillaries. When air enters the alveolus, it expands like a balloon and later contracts automatically. Diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscular sheet which separates the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. It looks like a sprayed umbrella. When the diaphragm contracts, it moves downwards and the volume of the thoracic cavity increases. When the diaphragm expands, it moves upward, the thoracic cavity contracts and returns to its normal position. The diaphragm plays an important role in respiration. Breathing. Nerve impulses help in managing breathing. The air enters air sacs of the lungs easily through the nasal passage. The muscles within the ribs and diaphragm contracts, and the diaphragm goes downwards and the thoracic cavity expands. The volume of the thoracic cavity increases and the air pressure decreases. So, the pressure within the thoracic cavity becomes less than the outer atmospheric pressure. This forces the lungs to expand and draw in air through the nose and trachea. This is inhaling. After the contraction, the muscles relax. Then the diaphragm expands and the muscle relax, allowing the diaphragm and thorax to return to normal position. So, the air pressure increases. The lungs shrinks back and carbon dioxide enriched air out again. This is exhaling. In this way, breathing goes on constantly. You can understand this process easily by observing diagram. Gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange means the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. It occurs in two steps: the absorption of oxygen, the expelling of carbon dioxide. Absorption of oxygen. The exchange of gases between alveoli and blood and tissue occurs by diffusion. Diffusion of gases takes place due to a gas pressure difference. After entering into the blood from the lungs, dissolved oxygen flows in two ways. A small amount of oxygen flows in the plasma and most of the oxygen makes a loose bond with the iron part of hemoglobin and forms a temporary compound called oxyhemoglobin. From oxyhemoglobin, oxygen separates easily. After entering the blood capillaries, oxygen separates and penetrates into lymph by diffusion, first from the red blood corpuscles and then blood capillaries. Lastly, from the lymph, oxygen reaches the cell after penetrating the cell membrane. Carbon dioxide transport. Carbon dioxide is produced by the oxidation of food. This carbon dioxide at first diffuses through the cell membrane into the lymph. Then, from the lymph, carbon dioxide enters the blood plasma through capillary diffusion. Carbon dioxide is mainly transported as bicarbonate to the lungs. At the lungs, the carbon dioxide is released from bicarbonate and passed to the alveoli. Then carbon dioxide is forced out, diffusing through blood capillaries and alveoli. Now there are two homework for you. Describe the structure and function of lungs and explain the breathing system. Please, everyone complete your homework and submit to your subject teacher. Dear students, that's all about our today's class. Thanks to all. Goodbye.